Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be working on a very small portion of our van, but we think this portion is pretty important. So basically we'll be working on our panels for the doors. This is the panel that we took out, and it's pretty simple. You just take out the little pegs that were in there, and then you clip this out on the top part, and then clip the bottom part out as well. And it really comes off pretty easily. And then we took this and templated it on a 1/4 inch plywood. So you can see the side by side. To give you an idea of the top part, we also made a template up here. And this was made out of paper, just trace it out on each side. And then what we're gonna do on the top part is we're going to drill out a piece right here and then cut out a circle for the speakers that we're gonna put into here. Okay, so basically I'll just finish the template for the sliding door, and I'll cut out the rest of them, all the edges and corners, and make sure that they fit, and I'll show you guys when they fit. Thumbs up, America! Alright, so here are the panels. We've got our top sliding door panel, and then our 2 side panels right there, and then one of the bigger ones. Our smaller panels are right over here. For the 2 back doors at the top. So what I'm just gonna do now is take the drill press, and what I've already done is center punched a hole. I don't know if you can kind of see that. That's super blurry. Well, anyway, there's a hole right there that I center punched, and I'm just gonna drill it out with the drill press, like so. Okay, so it's another day, and we were basically waiting for our speakers and lights to show up. The speaker that we chose is a coax speaker, so it's adjustable from the center, so it'll work perfectly for the back of the van. And then the light that we got was just a fog light for like a Jeep or something, and it should work pretty well for when we're trying to like access anything from the back. The speakers already came with a template, so all I did is just measured where we want it relative to the panel and traced it out, so I'm just going to cut out the center piece. And then for the light, what I did is I made like a nifty little template. Probably not the right way to do it, but that's okay. And I templated it onto right here, also relative to the panel, and I think that's it. I think we can get started on cutting. So we've got the square cut out for light. Let's see if it fits. Like butter! So yeah, it'll probably go like that, and then the speaker right there. Alright, so let me just go ahead and show you how both will end up looking. Like that. I think it looks pretty good. You can see it's sitting nicely in there. We got some wiggle room for this one too if we want to make it straight, so that's perfect. And this one's nice and tight. Looks good. Now I'm just going to quickly sand this one down. Okay, so here are our two finished panels. We're going to have a fabric on the outside of them, so I'm not too concerned about all these little scuffs. I'm basically just going to drill out the holes for the plus nuts to fit in there. So this is what a squished plus nut looks like. But we're going to put it in here, and then we're going to attach the panel like that so we can always take it off easily and put it on easily. I have a stepper bit, I believe, and it's already marked to the diameter that we need it to be. So yeah, first I'm going to drill them out, and then I'm going to touch it up with some paint. Oh, and then I'm also going to use magnets so that all the metal shavings just get attached to them, and they just put it right below each hole while I'm drilling it. And it should catch most of them. And then for the ones that are on the inside, we're just going to use a shop vac to clean it out. Okay, so now we're just going to finish off each little hole with some of our automotive paint. Basically just putting some paint on the inside, swirling it around, and it's done. Okay, so now it's day 50 on working on the... Okay, so it's day 50 on working on the door panels, and we are finally getting to the sliding door. As I mentioned previously, or if I cut it out, then anyway, you'll hear it for the first time, but we're using a 1/4 inch plus nuts to put inside of each hole. Basically go like that. And a plus nut tool. And yeah, let's do this. Oh, don't mind the messy background. I didn't make that mess.
I'm the one still cleaning it up.
you're the one that made the mess. Alright, got the top ones in. Look pretty good. And now for the bottom ones. Okay, so when we drilled out this top corner one, I actually hit the metal back there, so I'm going to touch it up with the paint, and then I think we're going to try to put a plus nut in there. It's pretty tight. I can show you how it will go. So if I have it fully on, it doesn't quite fit in there. There's this bottom hole right here, which we also kind of hit the same scenario, except slightly different, where there's 2 sheets of metal. And I'm just going to drill out the second one so that we can put in a plus nut. Alright, so we were able to drill out this hole. It's kind of blurry. But now we're just going to touch it up with some paint. You can see there's 2 sheets of metal. So we partly used plus nuts throughout the doors because plus nuts have a larger catch and they're less likely to spin versus rib nuts. But this one, this top little sucker, we have no option, so we're just going to use a rib nut. Alright, that one's in. Nice. Thumbs up. Okay, so it's day 57 of working on the doors. It feels like day 100 because I literally keep changing outfits. Anyway, so today we're going to be insulating the top part and the bottom part of the back doors as well as the sliding door. And we're just going to be using the same insulation. And we're also going to be adding the disconnects, or the quick disconnects, for the wiring here on this one as well. We've got it attached here at the end. so that we can easily attach the lights and the speakers when we're ready. Let me just show you kind of how the panels will look. So I'll show you this one. Basically, it'll just go like this, and the door handle will slide right in there, kind of like that. Yeah. So once we get them insulated, hopefully we can put the panels on and call it done, at least for now. So stay tuned. We're also going to add cubbies on the bottom half. This portion right here, if you're interested in how we're going to do that, stay tuned. We're likely going to just do like plastic cubbies with net on the front of them, as well as for the sliding door. But that's for another video. So hopefully we can cover these up and call it a day. Thank you. How do they say it? Get you a man that makes you eggs?
I don't know if they say that.
Tyler just made me some eggs. What a champ. Okay, bye. Okay, so we got the two back doors insulated and the sliding door as well. Already put up the top panel, so we're gonna put the bottom panel over here, and we're gonna put the two other bottom panels on. And before we mount those two panels, I have over here the speakers and the lights that I need to mount onto them first, just because it came with these nuts and bolts and then washers with them, so I have to mount it first because otherwise I won't be able to access the nuts. And then this came on, we'll just slide it on to this where I already put the holes, and this will drill or screw into the other piece of this, basically putting a bracket on so that this can mount together, if that makes sense. Okay, so I drilled out 8 holes, and then we have these little clips. I'm not sure what they're even called, but on the opposite side we have the bracket that the speaker is going to be holding onto, and it's going to go through these holes. So we've got 4, and I put on the back of the speaker, I put like the little sticky thing for vibration, I think, I would assume. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and mount these, and then we'll get started on the lights once I have these mounted. Okay, it looks like I'm going to drill the holes first for the lights. I can just drill in here, right? Like, who needs to be precise? Right? Right. Thanks, babe. No, I'm not making a mess.
Neither am I.
Me either. No mess here. Okay, so I drilled out the holes for the lights. Tyler insisted that I also do the lights first. So I'm gonna now mount, I guess, both of them and call this panel done, and I'll do the same for the other side. Finally, we finished the panels. Here's the back side. And then Tyler is going to solder the wires. So as you can see, we already put up the top 2 panels. We've got the speakers in. We just tested them as well and they work perfectly. And then we put our lights in. Oh, satisfying. And all we have to do is put the bottom panels in, which on this one we had a few that were spinning. So basically what a spinner looks like, can you see this? Anyway, it's just a plus nut that's broken, but what I do is when it's broken, I just take a plier and I grab it from the back side and I put the plus nut tool back into the plus nut if I can and try to hold it since it's spinning. And then basically I try to break it apart so that you can get it off. It's a pain in the butt, but yeah, good luck if you're trying to use them. Anyway, so I guess let's get these 2 back panels on and then we'll be done. Yay! So excited! Okay, so I'm glad to finally say that these are done. We've got the panels on completely, the door works. I can show you, I guess. Is it unlocked? Oh yeah. Bye! Speakers work, lights will set up later once we have electricity in the van. And yeah, so I think it turned out pretty well. We're going to probably cover these unless we decide that we really like them. Then maybe we'll take them off and put like a finishing like lacquer or something on it. But yeah, for the most part they're done, at least for now. And then we got the sliding door done as well. I think it looks pretty good too. Yeah, the bottom one as well, and I think we're done. So if you like this video, or I don't know, if you didn't like this video, tell us, or don't tell us. And stay tuned for us likely putting cubbies in the bottom panels, the sliding door and the 2 back doors. Yeah, but other than that, stay tuned for our other van build videos, which are coming soon to your TV. Paint on all these little holes, just basically a little bit on each one. Ah! 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 So now we're just gonna put some paint on it. You don't? Camera guy. Don't they know we're filming?
Sorry, hold on. I have so many friends. Want some action?
It's time to take out the big gun. Do it then. You are?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. I'll just move this one out of the way and not show them that one. Music? No, like music? Like, cut the... Finally, we finished the panels. I got everything mounted on them. Here's the back side. Ah! I don't even know what I tripped over.
And action. Oh wait, hold on.
Can you see the light in there too?
Yeah.